Well, hello people. Welcome to the stream. So, give me a second here while we enjoy the sunrise. A wonderful sunrise over Rannoch, perhaps. Happy weekend to all if you're watching this as a VOD afterwards. Start of the build will be timestamped for you in the video. Oh, ignore the echoing. I have the stream open in another tab. But welcome everyone, happy Saturday. Hope you're all well. Yo everyone, good morning on this fine Saturday here in Rannoch. Hello. Lit Kitty Split. Bussin Bro. Red Pickles. Jen, David, Corey. Jeremy, EMB. Good morning everyone. Welcome to Rannoch. I'm actually in the middle of a build. So I've actually just hit the detailing time lapse of Monday's early access episode. So between that episode, or that point in the episode and the episode finishing, there's going to be today's stream. So there's a few places we can't go in the city. Yeah, so it should be fun. I'll have to explain that in the episode, I think, because all of a sudden today's stream editions are going to just appear. So that might be a bit confusing, but it's fine. It's fine. The playlist will explain all. Hey Star, Jude, Minor, good morning everyone. It's a very cloudy, slightly wet day in England today. As I spoon a warm morning coffee. How is everyone? Looking forward to a busy weekend perhaps? Any serious plans, or is it city skylines and chill for the weekend, is that the plan? But yeah, today I want to rework the kind of modern botanical farm near the straight tunnel. And then we also need a sewage plant as well, which will be a bit of a smaller build just off the highway, I think, so we'll do that too. Then I'm sure we can find some other little spaces to fill. With probably some Google Earth trips as well, I imagine. That would be a total shock, wouldn't it? But welcome everyone, thank you for joining me for some Saturday Rannoch. As we sweep across the city, avoiding the build, so you can't see it. I'll come all the way over here. Yes. So the little area, just by to the straight tunnel here, and we built this when the tile boundary was here, which now no longer exists. And there's more fertile land to make use of here. So I think we'll kind of hit restart on this build if you like. And create something a bit more impressive next to the straight tunnel. And maybe a unique building in here, maybe one of the more eco-focused unique buildings. Any shout outs? Ziggurat Garden, we haven't used that yet. Anything else I'm possibly not thinking of? Not sure. Shout out in the live chat as always. Good morning, Stephen. Nice to catch one of these from the start. It is indeed, isn't it? It's nice to have you here, Stephen. Thanks for joining us, mate. Do we want to totally reform this? I might do, you know. Yeah, because I think I want to change how the road moves through here, so everything's gonna go. We'll totally restart this. Sorry, everyone. Just bear with it. Oh, it's done. There we go. Thank you, everyone. You can turn your volume back up now. I really need to have move it installed for these streams, don't I? To avoid the universal ripping of eardrums because of the city's skylines, repetitive bulldozer noise. Yeah, the bulldozer sound isn't great, is it? It's not great. Okay, what do we want to do with the road? Do you want to even change the angle of the bridge even? Basically just restarting the entire city at this point. Should we just delete it all, one road at a time? Start again. Right. What do we want to do? Do you want content creator bridge here? Do you want something a bit fancier? There's no point, well no there is point carrying the cycling on because I've got cycle infrastructure in the part of the tunnel, haven't I? I think we'll keep it cycling road then. Do we have... There's trams here, yeah, there's no point bringing trams out here. They don't need to go to the tunnel. Yeah, we'll just stick with decorative and bicycle lanes then. So I wouldn't mind the road, just sort of, obviously in vanilla, I have to sort of respect the shape of the fertile land a little bit. So I don't mind the idea of like the arterial being kind of surrounded by this farmland, but not accessible to it, just like it's farm frontage, if you like, for lack of a better phrase. What's Jen doing? She's just got home from Copenhagen. Oh, very nice. And was at the Botanical Gardens, which was amazing. And lots of city parks and plazas everywhere. You come back inspired, Jen? I've not done Copenhagen. Only Helsinki of Scandinavia. But cool. I hope you had fun, Jen. You are very Euro-reverse these days, aren't you? That's like your second, third European country, is it now? I think. Not sure. Jen the Adventurer, exactly, Star. Exactly. Anna who doesn't mind the noise. Hey, Bad Wolf. Slowy and I are watching your stream from a supercharger offer a con. Oh, after a con, do you mean? How was the con, Wolf? Did it go well? Which one was this? You can check it out on the internet if you like. As long as it's not something like a weird con. Nothing. Nothing that's not safe for work, please. Don't get me demonetized. Hey, Kyle. This is your first stream. What are we working on today? We're just redeveloping Harrington Hydroponics that lies on the way up to the Strait Tunnel. There was an old tile boundary here, so it's all a little bit janky. So we're just right at the start. We've only been live for 6 minutes, so we're just beginning to etch out some new frames and slope out some new slopes as you join us. I think I only want the decorative road as it passes into farm. When it's not in the farm, we'll just use the normal one. Let's just say for there for right now. So let's give this its entrance back. Of course need the farm main building. How do we want this sat here? Let's develop a little entrance road for it, shall we? We'll make this quite modern. What buildings did you guys shout out? Ziggurat Garden, Eden Project. Eden Project would be a very bold shout. Red Pickles. A monument? I don't even have it unlocked. It wants a cathedral plentitude. I can just place that and then delete it again, can't I? And it'll still count. If I delete it, the milestone doesn't step back, does it? Yes, it does. Oh, it does. If I've got to use a cathedral plentitude, then probably not. Or we could just unlock all with find it. It's up to you. Eden Project would be a difficult sell, I think. We'll try it though. We can try it. So let's bring these in. So I do still want dirt roads here. Little tracks where workers access these hydroponic setups, adjust valves and sprinkler systems, etc. And then we'll just place our farmhouse right here on the corner, I think. We decided on Tuesday to meet there and I flew on Sunday. Wow, very last minute, Jen. God, that would give me such anxiety. Being that ill-prepared for travel. Knowing I've got to deal with an airport at such a short notice. God, yeah, I'd actually probably be sick. Glad you enjoyed it though, Jen. We went to Maine's Germany last year as well, do you mean? You should start a vlog channel, Jen, if you're doing so much travelling. I'm sure people would enjoy watching that. A supernova nerdcon. It all went well. We were both chatted. Was you there with the Daleks and all the Doctor Who gear? Maybe we can go through the remaining uniques together to find a suitable one. Don't know which ones are already gone. Yeah, that's a good shout, MB. We can have a little trip down unique building lane if you like. So I mentioned frontage, so I also want that aligned with the road. The arterial, that is. We are on a slope here, so this could get messy, but we should be able to disguise it. It's not too steep. And then let's get the primary focus of the building, which is large fields. Which very nearly fits. So let's place you down. And we'll see if we can judge a candidate. I'm going to delete that back road just to accommodate a large field. Yeah, we can get it in. There's no border stopping us there. We go fruit fields or we could go crops. I don't know, what's the most hydroponic I guess if we're going hydroponics and it's a modern indoor farming facility, then they should all be greenhouses. But I guess we could possibly do... I think the large fields, I think, are probably not... This is like out in the country farming vibes, isn't it? Especially with the barn. It's probably not what I want. So we'll say no to that. Hey, OG Knoxville, how are you, mate? Hey, Eggsy, welcome to the stream. Reckless Delegate as well. I think the only Cathedral Plenitude looks out of place in any build. The only time I've ever enjoyed the Cathedral Plenitude was Navaria's area, not Area 51. What was it called? Peak 15. That's the only time I've ever really wanted to use it. Besides that, it's the same with the monuments, like these ones, right? Like if you're building a cyberpunk-inspired city or something, or some kind of futuristic sort of dystopian city, this is perfect. But against vanilla assets, it stands out so much. Which I think is a bit of a shame because it stops you from using what are the end game assets really. Because they're so weird. But the best one is the ultimate recycling pump. That one's really nice. Right, let's do... What does the medium greenhouse look like compared to the small? Okay, I think I've just figured out the pattern. We'll do small fields all the way. And we'll alternate them between field and greenhouse. The time of day is changing here as well. Let me stop that. There we go. Hey Scope, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Darren. How is the Hell of Solicitors going? It's alright, mate, actually. They have draft contracts now. Whatever that means. And yeah, we're now waiting on another check or something. Just waiting for something from the seller's solicitors, but yeah, it's okay. We're in that no man's land now, aren't we, of solicitor time. So until they talk to each other and decide when it can all happen, that's where we are. Well, thank you for asking. Yeah. Two of my least favorite assets, right, David? Yeah. I think we did a spice of the month, didn't we? At one point for the monuments. There was some quite fun submissions actually. I wonder if I still have that. Can I remember what month it was? If anyone's in the Discord and could possibly check for me, it would make it easier. We can check out some of the entries we had from that spice of the month if you want, because people use them in all sorts of different ways. So I'm going with forestry fence here, because I want to give the sense that like it isn't just open to the public on the road. And this should begin to create the visual that I had in mind at the start. If we can place a few more fields just to get a touch more spice sample in. We'll vary this up as well. We'll do some different things with the farming assets. Let's do potatoes. This is sort of what I'm picturing, right? This drive-by right here is what I want to see. This is Rannoch. I'm sure we can find out. The only place in Rannoch will be in the downtown. Even then, it'll be a hard sell, I think. Staghair Cathedral. Not your cathedral, actually. Not your one. Any tips for performance in CS? My PC space alright, but the simulation starts to shit the bed once the city gets big enough. On CS1, RAM is incredibly important for CS1. Especially if you're playing with a lot of DLC and assets. If you've got all the DLC, you need at least 32 gig, because there's probably 1,000 assets or so now, is there? With everything from DLCs. Tons. It needs loads of RAM. But if it's CS2, it's much more reliant on your GPU. I struggle with CS2 about 200,000 population. My graphics card starts to shit out. But I'm also recording at the same time, so you'll get a bit more mileage out of a 3070 than I would. Because you're not recording 4K video at the same time, right? So, I'm happy with that. I think we'll keep it going. Hey Lob, good morning. How are you, mate? Happy weekend to you. So we've got the fertile land to double this up here. What sort of distance are we? It's got 9 units. Go for about there. Perfect. And we'll double it up. We might as well. Let's reclaim some trees here as well. I am being far too frivolous with the tree count. We have hit it twice already in Rannoch. That's exactly why, because I'm just drawing roads over them. Don't do that. YouTube advert just as you answered it. Take it all okay. Of course it would, mate. Yeah, it's all good. We're just in that awkward no man's land of solicitor talk now. So yeah, but they've got draft contracts back from the sellers. So just waiting for them to talk to each other now and decide when it can move on to the next phase. But yeah, mortgage accepted and surveys booked in, so we're happy. Got a sold sign outside now at least. Yeah, I think I'm happy with the doubling up here. I'm liking how that's going. Hey Maycamp, how are you, buddy? It was June 2022, Monument Spice. Okay, let me have a quick scroll up to June 22. Thank you for that, Exium Miner, by the way. Oh, Miner has just sent me the message. What a gorgeous human being. Thank you so much, Miner. Actually, do you know what? I don't even need the link. I'm an idiot, guys. I've got them on my PC. What we're talking about. Where is it? YouTube. Sorry, bear with me. Enjoy the view of this unfinished farm temporarily. June 22. There it is. Okay, yeah, so we had 3 entries. So we had... What's this now? I don't want Edge. Just open with... photos, please. There we go. So that one's a little small. You guys can see that, right? That is picked up on OBS. Yes, it is. Yeah, so this one, medical center, built as part of a larger medical complex. You can see it at the back here. Right? Super cool. And then there was this one. It was using the medical center again, tucked into a skyline here, which honestly it doesn't look too bad there. With the School of Science next door to it as well. And then we had the space elevator on an island, blended in as a tourist attraction, I suppose. So yeah, we had 3 of them, which was alright. Yeah, it's a difficult theme to use that on, I think. One of the lower rented ones we had. But yeah, it's kind of a shame, isn't it? Because you spend all the time building up to those and then you can't really use them. I guess it is sort of Cities 1's kind of art style as well, isn't it? Almost. It is a little bit cartoonish with the donut vans and whatnot, isn't it? I suppose it's on brand for it. Okay, so I don't want to keep this running forever. Let's have a look at a little maintenance yard here if we dare. Let's do... What's happening with the landscape here? We are sinking down, but we can slope. Which we will. So let's kind of just cover a bit of this ditch off there. There we go. Just when we place these buildings, they're not getting massive cliff textures on them. Don't need a tiny bit of sloping. Far too frivolous with the node count. We should be alright in Rannoch. What are we on at the minute? What are we on? What are we on? Nodes. Node. 64%. 64 is not bad at all. 64 is alright. Still not even 3/4 of the way through. And we're certainly more than 3/4 of the way through with the series at this point, so Rannoch won't hit the node count. So I want a road. I want to see if we can mess about with the placement of these buildings here to create a bit more of a yard aesthetic. Let's have that there. Delete the road. And what's the closest I can get away with connection there? And basically the same again this side. But if we can do a little workers' barracks with silo. Wish there was a few more farm ploppables here, really. Oh, that also works. I wonder, can I get all three with one road there? Oh, I can. Perfect. Amazing. That was a win, wasn't it? Hey, Heather. So nice to see you. How are you again? Welcome back to the streams. I just want to say thank you for all you do with this game. Thank you for playing CS1 more than CS2. I know this game is much more superior than what was far true with CS2. You're very welcome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for still supporting CS1. Some of the monuments are okay. The castle is okay. The Ultimate Recycling Centre. Yeah. Yeah, those ones are alright. The space elevator can be fun as well for just like flooding your public transport systems if you want to see how busy they can get. But I'd never sort of, you know, build anything serious around it. Which mod is that that shows the node count? It's a mod called Watch It. It essentially just shows you all the city's vitals. Show you how many trees you've got left, how many props you've got left. Nodes, of course. So, yeah. It's, I need Surface Painter here now as well. This is where CS2 pushes past CS1 vanilla. With surfaces, what I'd kill now to make this all dirty now. Suppose we could do poor man's Surface Painter. We have just discovered we've got an enormous amount of nodes left. So we could just poor man's Surface Painter, do some overgrowth through here as well. Don't do too much tree work in here because we will, of course, in vanilla destroy fertile land. We were taking that much out of it over there. The vegetation doesn't though. Get some trees over here where we don't have it as green. And we just got little boreal pines on the farm buildings, don't we? Okay. Doesn't have to be anything too developed, just a little bit of a worker's yard, if you like. Yep. The modded tree count, mind you. Yes, it was the modded tree count, yeah. I just love dense forest, and there's a lot of countryside in Rannoch because of the mountains. I know it's not the height of realism, but could you not create a boundary spam area to put the god-awful unnecessary unlock? You could, yeah, you could do that. And then just delete them afterwards, because once you place the monument, you could delete all the buildings, yeah. Yeah, let's have a look at unique buildings. We'll go through them all, so obviously not stock exchange stuff. No, not Creators Library. None of the European, maybe. I'm not saying this needs... Oh, they're using a fucking angle grinder across the road. Can you guys hear that? That's incredibly loud. I really hope my microphone's not picking that up. They're like using an angle grinder on solid steel or something. No idea what they're doing. No need for that. Sorry if you can hear that. Hello people. Hey Jesus, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Sorry about that, I did not recognise it. It's alright, mate. You don't need to say, you don't need to say sorry. Perfect time to spend a Saturday better than F1 Practice 3. What race is it this weekend? I've caught the last few Grand Prix. Barcelona race was good, wasn't it? Fun to see Max moan a little bit. Yeah, so I just get distracted here by the live chat. Possible Asian temple on the waterfront here. Not saying it's part of the farm, but just as a bit of a tourist attraction on the waterfront there. Could be a fun way to use that headland up. We'll leave it there. We'll possibly return to that when we finish the farm. Can only hear you. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, yeah, so that was possible. Obviously, the other temple complex might also work as well, so we'll place that. Nothing. The zoo. The zoo might work out here. I don't think we're using all the unit buildings in Rannoch, not like we did Orchid Bay. It's just not big enough. More. I should have used that in the more build on the other side of the city from here. We might go add that later. Not too much eco stuff left, is there really? It's the floating gardens. That's got to be on the waterfront though, hasn't it? We'll place it. We might use that. Ziggurat is, I think, the only one I can think of now. And Central Park is too big for here. There's also the statue of Colossus, which might look very cool on the straight tunnel, actually. And then content creator stuff. There's a lot of choice. Temple. When you move egg, will you be having all this noise outside there too? I hope not. Although we might stumble upon some new birds, Jen. Maybe a hawk will start ringing the doorbell or something after the sparrow pecked the window. Who knows? Austria. Oh yes, I like the Red Bull Ring. It's good circuit, Austria. Service station, yes, service station should be good out here. There's also the Korean temple. Yeah, I think that's it really, isn't it? Outside of the monument, which I'm not, as you can probably tell, massively keen to use. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay. I think I do like the Ziggurat Garden, but I think it's very touristy. I'm not really building a tourist attraction here, you know. I'm not sure. No, I'll put the Statue of Colossus here. I think it might actually sit on the straight tunnel islands. We'll put it on one of these, I think. Somewhere along the waterfront here. The pagoda with some gardenage around it. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay. Alright. I think I can see something developing. We'll do... all of this, I think. This can stay here. So we'll throw them over, and then we'll develop some nice waterfront gardenage, as EMB so aptly described it. Hey Mickey, welcome to the stream, mate. Charging is complete, so we can't stay and watch. Have a good stream, Meg. Might be able to catch you in a bit by the time we're home. Have a safe drive home. Wolf and Talora. Shout out to our Australian viewers. Right, so let me break a bit of fence so I can get the grid back. And then we'll bring the farm to a close with this last little bit of fertile land. Got a bit more down here as well we can use. And then this will become something else. So what were we here? What's our full length? 18. Oh, don't be a pain. Of course. It would be exactly where it would stop, wouldn't it? Although we won't be able to go full size here because the fertile land does stop a little sooner. But that's fine. We'll come back up by 9. And then we need to slope this actually. You can see that terrain starting to tear out a little bit there. And let's make everything the same height as where this road finishes. And then we can just slope to that, just to make use of the fertile land a little bit. There we go. Did you guys see the Coco pictures in the Discord and YouTube this week? She had her cut. Possibly the most amazing picture of her that's ever been taken. Let me show it here. It's on the community tab if you didn't see it. How incredible is that picture of her? Sorry to get distracted here, breaking for a little bit of Coco content, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I think the Korean temple looks the best. It's kind of like an Asian estate or agricultural manor. I like the idea of bread pickles. An agricultural manor would be very cool. Yeah. Seaside resort asset would work nice for that as well. You know what else would be nice? Some rocks, absolutely match him. 100%. We can get some rocks in here. Might rock up the whole waterfront actually. So cute. Yeah, just so if we've got tinier legs down, you get a real sense actually of how small she is from this perspective. See how short little legs? Short little chopstick legs. Oh, it's like Eddie Van Halen. She's very short. She feels like suede now because she's been cut. It's funny. Like her undercoat's totally different texture to her, the way her overcoat grows out. She feels like suede now. Right, let's get all these in. Shout out to Ben Harrington as well, who is this build is named after. One of our wonderful patrons. Thank you for your support, mate. And we'll do 2 there. They're not level, but I don't mind that, to be honest. And then same pattern this side again. Potatoes, and then warehouse. I'll bring the fence back too. This is going to be the city's largest farming infrastructure by a decent way too. So where do you stop getting fed there? No, let's end it there then. Yeah, there's been no massive stretches of fertile land here, so Rannoch doesn't really have proper farm spaces. I wouldn't mind maybe having a little dirt road through this forest actually, almost like it's back access into the farm. Off of the arterial down here, I think. Let's do that. Seems pretty perfect, doesn't it? Oh. I hate that. I hate that little angle. Can't live with that. Let's redraw it. There we go. Let's make sure we don't have traffic lights here too. It's like a little back dirt access road for the farm. I might even introduce a little bit of sort of run down, very weathered fence in here. That just indicates it is sort of private property, you know. No through road, etc. is the signage you would see here. Okay. Really nice view down to Shaflantic City as well from here. Oh, Selesh, my friend, thank you so much for the $50 US, man. Hello, mate, how are you? I think, well, the last project you might have on this map could be a space center island based. With a control bridge connected to the main island. As usual, enjoy the stream. Thank you so much, Selesh. That's very kind of you, mate. Thank you for the $50. Appreciate that. Yeah. We can do a space on that. I'd love to use the space assets. They're always fun to use. And I like the idea of it being on an island as well. I hadn't really considered that. Where we would put that in the strait without disturbing the shipping lanes, though. Probably down here, Selesh. Over here, maybe, mate. Probably the only space. I couldn't put it here or anywhere around here because there's all boats, isn't there? So, yeah, I like the idea there. Maybe over here. As a final way to use this big empty blob of strait we have. Cheers, Selesh. Appreciate it, buddy. Hope you are well as well, mate. Hope you are well. Cool. So let's change up the use of farm assets. Let's go for... How about we bring in a bit of medium fruit field to use up this last pocket of fertile land. And we'll see if we can make something fun with these. So if we do greenhouse, I like that facing the road. And then I wouldn't mind further fields behind that to make up a square pattern, I think. But these will be fields, so let's do you as oranges. Have one there. Have we got the space there for another one? Probably don't, do we? Let's have a look. Oh, we do just about. It's very tight though. We can actually afford to just have a slightly shorter road there too. Yeah. That was a nice little sits and fits industrial moment, wasn't it? Hey Josh, good morning California. How are you, mate? Plenty of satisfactory on the horizon today, I hope. Cool. And then let's readjust our fence positions now. We don't have as much fertile on this slide, so we'll use that forestry fence as a way to just close this all off. Entrance into the facility, etc. And we'll keep this going all the way down here. Do we got a factory here? Have we got any eco factories? We didn't really check the unique factories, did we? Is there anything that wants a lot of farm materials? Still not use the bakery. That's all farm materials, actually. Let's get some animals in there. I don't think we have any animal buildings in the city, do we? I can't think if we do or not. You could include the geothermal, like steam output from the greenhouses, perhaps. Yeah, you know what? I deleted the biodome as well, didn't I? And the hydroponics farm building itself. I'm not including them. Content creator packs. Biodome, we fit there? Oh, it sits and fits? Yes, it does. Perfect. I do actually really love this building. Very cool. I've not set my greenhouses that side, have I? You idiot. There we go. That'll get them. The geothermal plant, you say, Harry? Do I like the geothermal plant here? We really don't need power because of the dam. Maybe more in the facility. What do we think, everyone? Geothermal plant as part of a indoor agricultural facility? I don't hate it. I think I need a second opinion though. You read my mind, Celeste. Yeah, we use any huge special good factories. Yeah, we can get a factory in here. Maybe the bakery. We can maybe treat the bakery like a farm shop. Like it just sells and cooks all the local produce that's grown here in the fields and greenhouses. Let's have a posture check and a hydration break as well, please, guys. As we hit 101 people, thank you for hanging out with me, everyone. Appreciate you spending your weekends with me. Lobs are fun. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it. Yeah. I think we'll run the concrete off around the edge of it and try and blend it in with more admin, if you like. Wondering if we can get the park maintenance building in here. If that would be at home. I think it might be. Got a feeling. sort of sat like I can get a non-parking road. Sort of sat like here. Pain in the ass, of course. Try that again. We'll add some more pins to the map today as well. Something like that. I see right next door. Right next door. The city looks good, thank you, Mongo. The farm tower looks a bit out of character for this place now. I don't mind it. I kind of like it. It is very tall. I think I might add some more modern buildings around it. Blend it in with the greenhouses. But I'm fun. Food factory might also be nice to advertise a sign to the highway. I'm not sure if the food factory will take me a little bit more. It's quite an industrial looking building, isn't it? I'm after more of a... much more of an eco vibe around here as opposed to bricks and industry and slaughterhouses, you know. I think the bakery kind of carries that vibe as well. Let me check it. Could do the bakery with the sign to the highway. It's a very nice corner asset there as well, actually, isn't it? Really completes that corner there, doesn't it? I mean, I'm happy with that. The PC version really that much better than console. Yeah, it's night and day, Kaisenberg, yeah. It's night and day, mate. Mouse and keyboard and Steam Workshop and the access to the basic quality of life improvements with just a few clicks of a button. It's yeah. Make sure you play Steam though. Steam is the very important differentiation there. Don't play on Epic. You don't get the Steam Workshop, which kills the point of moving to PC really. Don't play it on Epic. There may be some customer parking at the front here. Or worker parking, more likely actually. I can ever find them. There we go. And then we'll tuck the bakery onto a road here. Just so it sits a touch back off of the corner. That can come down. And then I should be happy with this, I think. I think the food factory and any of the other ones would have been a bit too big. Just after more of a... It's not super eco-themed, but I can look past it, I think. I think it'll look better with that gardenage sign behind it that we're about to build. Geothermal blend is an amazing idea. Yeah, it's a really cute little addition, that, isn't it? I like that. Let's get this actual road connection though, so they can get in. And then we'll bring that up to frontage again. And then we'll get some... Let's do some Japanese car parking here actually. There we go. And then we'll complete the forest fence pattern down here as well. Start giving a bit of an edge to the build. Cargo train will look good with electricity building. Yes it would, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good shout actually. Geothermal next to the cargo terminals. Look good with the airport one as well. Let's just bring this right down to the bridge actually. Is there any scope here to make these riverfronts walkable? We could allow them to walk into the bird reserve from here. It's not that far away. It'd also give us another little layer under here if the bridges will play fair with us. Let's have a little look. Let's go from like there. No, you're not happy with that yet. You're getting the little bump in the middle, aren't you? Oh, yeah, there was a sweet spot. There you go. Yes, please, everyone. Wonderful. How do we get there? Just need to tuck under here. Is that all right? Can I sneak by? A little bit janky, but we'll soften it out once the pathway is in. Go. Just tuck this other side of the river in a little bit as well, just to equalise the room we've stolen a little bit there. So it doesn't deform the river too much. Trim back those trees a little bit too. Okay. And add in our build guide overground brush. Someone actually messaged me on Patreon the other day asking what the build guide overground brush was. I'll run through it for you while we're here. It's 84 Lantana, 9 Pacific Roadie, 30 Small Bush, 82 Tall Grass Cluster, 5 Umbrella Tree Thorn, and 84 Wild Hedge, if you're wondering. I'll link that to the Patreon after the stream, because they wanted to know. I've got to do the same again here, really, haven't I? Can we grab the same height over here? No, needs to go lower. We won't get under that bridge there. Much lower to the ground on this one. And then we'll link it up here. We get lots of rocks along this bit of the river too. We've definitely stolen too much river there. Let's really terraform here. Make sure we reclaim these trees before I lose them before the waterline too. Because I will forget that they're there. There we go. We'll soften it as well so we don't get too much cliff texture showing. Cool. Gives us another little layer there though. Be very interested to see if people actually use this. And then we'll hook that into this road here. Because they can't actually walk to the bird reserve at the minute, of course, because it's all down highway roads, which they won't walk on in CS1. Let's bring this around the back of the building. Cool. And then let's bring that forest up to the edge of the build here. I'll grab Rannoch. Feels a bit like a World Expo. What does mine at? I have a farm in my city which uses the geothermal intermingled with the farms and an artificial farm, but my city's not working, so no screenshots, I'm afraid. That sucks, Harry. What is it? Is it not loading because of missing network? So what's your issue? We don't need the fertile land here. We're not using farms at that point. There's another little farm building I can chuck in with these. One of the little... It's probably too much of a clash, isn't it, I think? No, I think I can get away with that. I don't mind the little hut out there. Yeah, I can deal with that, I think. Cool. Ended up framing the road very nice with this. Exactly what I had in mind for it. I played Cities 1 years ago on PlayStation, thinking of trying again because I've now got a 4090. Cities 1 or 2, there was the dilemma. I'm thinking one is edging it. Both, mate. Play both. You can check out the instant gaming link, by the way. It's linked in the video description, or one of my mods will throw it in the live chat for you. But you will save a fortune buying all the Cities 1 DLC for Steam on there. It's like pounds now. It does help support the channel as well. It's always appreciated. But yeah, I think both have their merits. You'll be absolutely fine playing CS2 as well with a 4090. You'll go for into well under hundreds of thousands before you start suffering with performance issues. Thank you, Josh. No direct 3D issue. I'm going to get it fixed sometime this week. It's affected all my games as I can't render 3D objects. Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Well, good luck with it, Harry. Hopefully it's nothing too expensive for you, mate. There we go. I think I want to detail this little pathway as well. Let's bring in a hedge line. And then we'll add one of the little signs here that just kind of indicate where this path goes to, you know. So just here on the corner. We'll grab, pretty sure it's Mountain Village prop, isn't it? It is indeed. This one right here. Just a little sign that says, you know, you can spot the, I don't know, French blue tit at 3 weeks of the year down this pathway. And then you can get to the bird reserve that way. Shout out to the bird watchers. Cool, looking at around 10 DLCs. There's the ultimate DLC tier list on the channel if you're interested in that. That will give you a pretty comprehensive overlook at what each of them adds. Although if you've already played on PlayStation, you probably are already pretty familiar. Cool. And then this will come around the back of the factory, which I might extend that a little bit with just some small industrial additions. Something like that. And then back. And I'll probably add a pathway here as well. It would absolutely make sense for people to just cross over the road from one another here. So we'll make it so they can. There we go. Can we get an apron in there as well, just to tidy all that up? Yes, we can. And then we'll allow the fence to come to a close at that little path there. There is no police and fire station here. Maybe we can add areas dedicated to airborne services to police and fire. I'm pretty sure, actually, you know, we had a suggestion in the episode of the Straight Tunnel to add air services to one of them. So I could have it in there. We do have police and fire here. They're part of the, what's it called? Tunnel services. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we had a comment saying add one of the helicopter depot, so we could blend it in here, actually, Celeste. Maybe somewhere along here against the waterfront. As part of the tunnel facility. You'll be whinging of no animal products and flour, won't you? Okay. There's definitely room for a cattle shed through here, which will give me animal products. We might as well just produce them locally, but I just don't want it to be a livestock farm, you know. So we'll tuck the cattle shed in there, and then what was it, flour as well? There's no small flour mill, is there? Can I get you in next to the bakery? That's probably, yeah. It's definitely the alignment there, isn't it? We'll glue these assets together. I'm not sure what position though. Not that one. I know how I want this to sit. I can picture it. What I'd do for just like a concrete small road. Just a clean, plain alleyway right now. We'll place that. Delete the road. And then we'll just have a little cute nub. And then that'll close it for us. There we go. And that gives local production for everything that the factory needs. Oh, and the fence even wraps around perfectly. That right up to the edge. That doesn't look too bad, does it? I think I can get away with that there. Oh god, I'm sat like a crab. Oh, posture check everyone. Good morning, One Nation. How are you, mate? You literally just watched it, good. Which one's he thinking about? Definitely get campus. I love campus. Campus, airports, plazas and promenades is very good. I bloody love plazas and promenades. 116 as well, by the way. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Right, so let's come into this little corner now then, if we're going to start a little build with the Asian assets. So, we're going to want dirt roads. Let's actually do some terraforming here first. Imagine we're at multiple different heights, aren't we? Let's give it some height so it doesn't start flooding. I don't want to go too high there. Let's change our brush size here. Okay. And tiny cute temple will live here. It was Japan, wasn't it? It was Modern Japan, another great content creator pack. Thanks for using the city key, by the way. Welcome, Harry. I thought you'd enjoy that one. Very welcome. I'm glad it didn't go unnoticed. It's the furthest connection we can get away with there. Okay. This might go to Celesh's helicopter rescue. We'll send that down there. And then we can bring off a little tourist road that comes to this temple sitting by the water. Where we'll just have the road go straight down. We'll have some visitor parking. And then we'll position the Korean temple as well. It should sit around here. Let's come into Hearts of Korea. Something like that. You're doing a Wii? Oh well, right, okay. This waterfront looks great for resorts buildings. Probably not over here. We're more industrial here than luxury. There's tourist buildings down here in Atlantic City. Got a lot of hotels through this way. Hey Eva, what are we doing? We're building that little awkward corner of map that used to be tile boundary. We've developed a hydroponics farm. And now we are looking at a Asian-inspired waterfront temple. Which could prove to be quite the challenge, but I like working with these assets. So we'll need a road connection, of course, to collect garbage and whatnot. Of course, this doesn't collide with Airport Apron, which makes me very happy indeed. Thanks so much. No, we'll chisel out smaller shapes here. And then with this one, let's line them up. And then we'll do that angle. Angle. And do we want to come straight down here all the way? There we go. We haven't used the aviation club either yet. No, we've not. Is there any videos on making beaches? Yeah, in the Noob's Guide. The Noob's Guide playlist has an episode on what to do with vanilla beaches. Gives you 3 different ideas in the episode. If you watch my Noob's Guide to City Skylines, Noob Yoke is the city. Yeah, that's probably the best example of vanilla beach that I've done, I think. Okay. Lots of fence around this thing. Quite private fence as well, I imagine. So let's go for something solid. I think suburban fence will be it. The longer we see the Statue of Colossus is here, the less I'm feeling it. So I think we're probably going to say good night. And then we'll blend this in with overgrowth or trees or something. But just to guide people into this temple. Might even do some fun things with pathways here, actually. How about we grab some nature reserve pathway? Just to create some like well-trodden path on the edge of that concrete that runs up to the rest of the temples there. Yeah, that's quite a home, that, isn't it? I like that. There was one in Nubio. There you go. Harry can vouch for it. Hey, Lucky. How lucky I happened to notice you're live. Aaron from the railway, please. Here to check in for the rail yard. Did you add more one-way tracks? You said in the last stream. No, we didn't, ATP. We will. We will, though. I promise you. Tell you what, let's go do it now. You have to tell me which one, what direction you want them in. Over here. What, you want more one-way tracks? These ones here. In what configuration do you want them? What, you want them like... You want these long stretches to be one way? Or... like, the lines running through? I'm not sure. But I'm well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see us. How you approach beaches depends a lot on how your modded your game is. Yeah, depends on the terrain around the beach as well. Because if you're playing vanilla, you don't have the ability to paint sand. So if that's not in the map, then it kind of turns it straight into a more overgrown, maybe buoy or kayaking stone beach rather than sun lounges and sand, you know. Rail yards have one-way tracks between others to connect them so you can switch. Do I have even the ability to do this here? So I came in this way. Would you be happy with that? We could do... I don't think I've got... I need Anarchy to get this connection there, don't I? I do. Can we come off on other ones? No. It's a little more difficult, really, without Anarchy. I made this one, and then took this one out. Let's just give ourselves the room here. We create this bottom line first. Maybe the vanilla Anarchy will be a little bit more forgiving. Can we get... rail yards in vanilla are such a pain because you can't get that nice little curve up into there now, right? It needs to be the inverted angle, doesn't it? You want it like that way. That one's not too bad there. And then we'll come off a little area. Can I get out of that node? I should be able to. Is that better for you? I hope it is, because that's about as much patience as I have with vanilla rail yards, to be honest. So I hope that's okay, ATP. Because it's about as much as I care about it. Right, let's go back to temple. Let's bring a fence around the side here. So lots of the trees we don't use here. Lots of bamboo, jacaranda. Maybe some yews as well. We want to go for super landscapes here. So we'll bring the paths in. And then just allow it to connect into where people would park to come and visit here. Happy for it to go a little bit further around here too. We'll send that somewhere in a second. I might just use it as a border actually. Or can we budge the parking along a touch? That should give us a tile there, shouldn't it? And that's so cool. Having one track instead of a pair makes it somewhat more realistic, and having the connect up, creating more options to pass through makes the train services better. Thanks, you're very welcome. Yeah, it's so hard in vanilla. Anarchy restricts a lot of the stuff with the networks. You have a much better time in CS2. But yeah, vanilla road tools are not friendly for rail yard project. Did you watch Ilos ATP? I think you've been around for Ilos, haven't you? Was the Ilos rail yards okay? I was quite proud of those ones. But again, logistically, I don't have a clue if they make sense or not. Absolutely no idea. Let's continue the apronage here too. Let's do that one. Yoga garden, yeah, that's a good shout, Harry. That's a good shout. Let's have yoga garden. Might have it in there actually. Oh, they're parking on the roads. Ugh. I hate that. Is there a district policy we can do to get rid of them? It has to have a road connection. Or we could pedestrian area it. I can't remember whether it was in Ilos been transport police for too long. I think it was Ilos. Yeah. Ilos has my best rail yard work, I think. Is there a policy here that will get rid of the cars? Is it under city planning? Only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles. Ban other motor traffic. Will Old Town help us here? Does the yoga garden count as a business or is it a park? I've actually no idea. It should be a park, right? I guess it's a medical building, so it's providing healthcare. A cobbled street wouldn't be out of place. I think. Cobbled street, like one of the content creator ones. One of these. I think anything tarmac is I don't know. I think I'd prefer pedestrian if we did anything. Cobbled. This one? Yes, please, Harry. Yes, please. You get the name for that one, Harry. We'll call it Tempe of Harry for right now, but if you want it changing, just let us know. Yeah, we'll go with that. Good shout, Harry. That's immediately fixed all the issues. Hey Ben, welcome to stream, mate. It might make them use that parking lot, we hope so, Josh. Are you getting your day started with satisfactory, Josh? I didn't see your answer earlier. I hope you are. I'll try and join you for some today. I've not played Satisfactory for a couple of months now, actually. I hit phase 4 and then got all scared and burnt out again. So no, I have to learn aluminium processing now. Ugh. And then that was it. I've not played since then, I don't think. Well, see, I'm gonna keep working on the redesign of the oil plant. Very nice. Very nice. It's occurred to me actually, why have I never built an oil plant that's in the shape of an oil rig in Satisfactory? That seems like such an obvious choice, doesn't it? Someone must have built an oil rig in Satisfactory before. I think I enjoy Satisfactory so much more when I focus on the design of the buildings rather than trying to optimize them. Because as soon as something involves having to just deal with maths and numbers, I immediately just lose interest. But when I'm designing the factory, it looks cool. That's what I'm like, this is nice. I'm having fun. I think the next oil plant I'll do, I'm not going to try and just optimize it for maximum oil output. I'm just going to try and make it look like a rig. Let's have some little dirt pathways here into... Do we have any Asian gazebos? There's a cute little like dragon statue, isn't there? If I type in Asian, does it bring anything up? It does. Asian garden decoration. Perfect. Where were you from? Pearls of the East DLC. Is this the first time we've ever used this prop? I think it might be, you know. I think it very well might be. And then you can include the service area in the farm. I think it'll tuck in nicely next door to the factory, won't it, Ben? Let's have two little dragons at the end. Maybe the Iffy Yankee are here, right? And then gazebo. Oh. Yeah, the mountain village won't be really nice here, but it wants a road. That's so irritating. I think we'll just go for Park Life prep. Yeah, just the normal one. I suppose the emerald roof could be considered quite Asian, I suppose, couldn't it? Bit of an emerald dragon sort of vibe, isn't it, really? Who wants to do math in video games? Exactly, love. Exactly. That's already looking really sweet there, isn't it? Little pop of colour with the trees there, too. Cool. Very themed. Very nice again at the British Atlantic skyline over there. Oh, my throat is already so dry. Goodness me. Excuse me, everyone. We don't have any more casinos left, Mongo, unfortunately. There is one just across the road, though. The main casino is just over there. You can see it from here, actually. Hello, Cocoa Beans. Why are you here? You should be sleeping. Yeah, you heard that? Yeah, she's here. Guess who's back? It's Cocoa Beans. You should be sleeping, pig. We've only been live for an hour and 14. Why are you here? Why are you here? Some scratches? This suede beast is taking my left hand away, guys. Bear with me a second. Let me try and build with one hand while I scratch the dog. Right. Let me do some bamboo embellishments. Here, let me just stop placing. Move forward ever so slightly. You just bear with me, everyone. I think we'll have the pedestrian streets a little changed here. Let's go for tree lined in the middle. Oh, she's brought me a toy. She's brought me the starfish. She brought me the purple starfish. Do you guys want to see what I'm seeing right now? I will take a picture on my phone and then post it in the Discord and then show you. Give me a second. Okay, right, let me just go to Discord. I'll post this in our Cats of the Server channel. There we go. And then I can show you guys. Alright, slight stream distraction, everyone. It's okay though. Here you go. This. This is what's currently happening, right? She's circling with her purple starfish. Right? And she feels like suede because she's fresh cut. Yeah. Happy dog. come to say hello. Yeah, the purple starfish is in favour at the minute. It really is. So I'm gonna go with tree lined here. I almost feel though. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. So grass in the middle because I don't want to ruin the view to the temple. But this one here, 9 units. I kind of want it the same length the other side. It looks a bit weird if I'm using tree line streets here and it's not. Which is fine. We just need to push all that back. Oh shit, no. That's not what to do. There we go. Push it back a few tiles. That shouldn't be a problem. And then of course we'll have bamboo lining through here. Who wants all the loving she does. I'm surprised actually because we just got back from a walk as we started the stream. So I thought she'd be a little bit more tired, but no. No is the answer to that. Cocker Spaniels are very, very energetic dogs. Even as they age, they almost refuse to slow down. Like, she does kind of like stumble and trip sometimes now just because she's getting arthritis in, I guess what would be like her ankles, like the joints of her paws. So like she trips and falls sometimes if she's moving too quickly. Like she literally just refuses to slow down as she ages. And she needs to now, like she needs to just walk slower and take her time, but she's a Cocker Spaniel and can't. That's, I suppose. That's a problem. I feel like I'm wasting this land here. Should we use the other temple building? Has she been to the hairdressers? Yeah, that's what that picture was yesterday, Star. The one that we looked at earlier. And she was in the groomers. Yeah. But yeah, she just had a haircut. That picture yesterday was of the haircut. Yeah. But yeah, now she feels like suede. Like I was saying, like her undercoat is like you're touching very smooth suede. But when she grows out and she's fluffy pig, she's just like the fuzziest creature you can imagine, like a totally different texture, like a different dog. Do you want to do human the human chirper statue? We could also put another plaza out here as well, actually. Don't we have the official park to use? I'm fairly sure we do. Yeah, we do. Should we put this here? I'm thinking it as some sort of, you know, a place to come and reflect. Would this sit nicely alongside, or is this too like modern contemporary against thousands years of Far East Asian history? I'm not sure. What do you think about the official park featuring in this space? My parents had a Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix and she was hyper into her last days. Yeah, they didn't stop. Gotta be careful with Cocker Spaniels, they're prone to going blind or deaf. She's pretty much going both, Tim, to be honest. It happens with most dogs though, to be fair. Most dogs end up blind and deaf, don't they, if they live long enough? Nothing awful starts growing inside of them. Oh, something with a lake or a water feature. I like the idea, Star. How about the official park flanked by ponds? Is there something we can explore here? It is a nice contrast, but it seems really modern and lacks res, which seems to be the needed colour. The dog walker lady who passes by my house sometimes has a small terrier who runs so fast one of the legs can't keep up. So he raises it and runs the other three when he passes a certain speed. Yeah, Coco does that sometimes too. She will sometimes push her back legs, rather than actually run. Sort of use her back legs as a platform to push while the front legs do the running, if you like. Because her back legs are stiff with arthritis. Yeah, it is. It's very shit and sad watching your dog get old. But besides the arthritis, she is still healthy and happy and still eats and drinks. So hopefully we'll have a good 3, 4, possibly 5 years left of Coco yet, where we have to have pretty horrible realization. But we won't talk about that because that's very fucking morbid. My aunt has one that was blind and deaf long ago. Yeah, cockers are a nightmare for ear infections as well. The big droopy ears capture so much moisture. You really got to stay on top of their ear cleaning. I like the idea. I don't hate this here. Are we super sold on the official part though? There's absolutely no plazas left, is there? It's the helicopter park. It's not as grandiose, but does hold the colours of the Japanese flag, which could be on theme. Would this be don't know, the dove of Christmas past or something related to bird watching that's available with the little bird baths over here. Right, this is where the ancient dove of Rannoch first landed or something. Whatever you want. I have switched to Bluestone, haven't I, Harry? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Excellent spot. Let's get the bamboo trees back on there too. No trees there. We don't need this here anymore either. This can become a whole plaza now around the base. Yep, and then I don't know. I feel like I was really feeling the official park. I know it is like it's very like modern, isn't it? Against I almost want to create like another entranceway here. I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna run with it and see what happens. Some people here in New York push their old dogs in baby strollers. Some have dog strollers. No, I was at a meeting the other day actually, and we were talking about what was going on at the meeting. And then all of a sudden we looked like out the window, or like off the balcony. And there was a dog in like a pram in the pub that we were meeting at. And it totally stopped the entire conversation. It was just like, there's a dog in a pram there. Yeah, happens here as well. I think Rannoch is your best build by far. Every new build is better than the last one. Thank you so much, Nicola. That's very kind of you to say. I am a big fan of Rannoch, yeah. I'm pretty proud of this build as it's come to its end of life. It's a joy to behold. You'll go down there. Maybe there was a helicopter crash and there is a memorial to that, seeing you're going to build a helicopter depot. Yeah, that's not a bad shout actually, Harry. It's actually a decent excuse to use the burden, isn't it? So these assets are possibly some of the most annoying ever designed because they don't have snapping points where you want them to. This one does, so I can actually make it a walkable entrance here. I'll also send a path up to the plaza as well because there might be a little snapping node there they can plug into. But then I could make it come down here, but it'll look really awkward coming around the side, won't it? Yeah, we'll leave that one then. We'll leave that. At least it's plugged into one. It will have people walking in that area. And then we'll do build guide overgrown through here too. Has anyone checked out the city showcase? Went out today as well. A really fun modded CS2 build in the city showcase this morning. A lot of fun. Nice place for a meeting. It was, yeah. I love a good meeting in a pub. Yeah, there's a really nice I think like so many pubs now have opened up kind of like working from home spaces, offering kind of like bottomless coffee and brunch deals and whatnot, because so many more people work from home now. Me as an example, just encourage you to go sit out of your house with a laptop and do some work away. So like they have all these spaces in them now during the daytime, especially around here, which is quite cool. But yeah, it's nice to get out of the office sometimes. I wish I had a Mac really. Usually I'm not a fan of Macs. But I would love a more powerful editing laptop so I could take editing work just, and go sit in a cafe and do it rather than always being at my desk. But that's major first world problems, Service point, right, let's do that. Why I've just remembered that there's still flashing service points here. We will take... I mean, that's pretty much perfect, isn't it? Hello, people. That's amazing. And then you'll probably airport apron nicely for me there, won't you? Yeah. That's not the most perfect blend of industrial assets you've ever seen. I don't know what is. Okay, let's give everyone a little kiss with the pedestrian area. We're all happy. Temple of Harry. And then we'll do some little industrial details down here. Bring some more fence into play. We're going to start from there, are we? I think so. We'll leave some little overgrown areas here as well, right? This morning on my way to work, I seen a woman with her dogs in one of them. She had dreadlocks, so twisted the dog's hair into dreadlocks as well. You okay? That seems cruel to give dreadlocks to a dog. Aren't dreadlocks like quite unhygienic and matted and painful as well? I've heard from people that have had them. Can't imagine that's great to do to a dog. I'm not sure. Can you dreadlock a dog? I'm going to assume no. It's not, not at all the sort of question I thought I would be asking when I woke up this morning. But you never know where a live stream conversation will take you. Doesn't the pedestrian area need a service point? It does indeed, Stephen. You're absolutely right. That is not... Let's even go cute farm fence here, actually. Just so they can actually maintain the view of the estuary without falling into it. Complements the vibe quite nicely as well, doesn't it? Let's keep that running on an angle. I don't often catch lives, I'm usually at work. Loving catch up on the weekly streams lately though. Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you for hanging out, spending your weekend with me. And to the rest of you as well. not just Katie. Hey, a wang. Vanilla, let's go. Vanilla, let's go indeed. How are you, mate? Some dogs naturally have dreadlocks like fur. Check out pulley dogs. Really? Pulley dogs. Oh, yeah, I've seen them before. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, these guys. Yeah. I guess how much different is this to like a human dreadlock though, you know? I guess that does look pretty dready, doesn't it? That's really, look at that, crazy. what a wonderful shot. Like that's a dog, holy crap. Look at its fur. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so then. I guess maybe you can dreadlock a dog as it turns out. Yeah. Yeah, like proper dreads, aren't they? They're like real dreaded. Do they just grow naturally? That's so crazy, isn't it? That must have been specifically bred from something, right? That pulley dog. Does anyone know the lineage of that? Is it a work dog? Not sure. I've seen them before, I didn't know them by name though. Common dogs have dreads too, but it's natural for them. Interesting. Are dogs the only animal that naturally dreadlock? I wonder if they are. Does anyone know that? Humans don't get natural dreads, do they? I'm pretty sure they do. They're always made, aren't they? We had locks for 10 years and definitely were hygienic. I don't mean to make an assumption there, Jude. I went to university with a girl who had them. And she said they were just an absolute nightmare to keep clean. And now, obviously, I don't speak to her anymore, but they did stink. And that was my first experience of dreadlocks. But like, she was pretty open about it. She was like, they're just so difficult to clean because you can't really get into them because it's so matted and yeah. But that's my own experience with them, Jude. I'm not trying to make a sweeping assumption there at all. But yeah, just what I'd heard from my interactions with them. They're quite hard to get rid of as well, aren't they? I believe. But you have to basically cut most of them out. You can't really. Again, I don't know a lot about it. But you can't really undread them, can you? Don't you just need to cut them off? I'm not sure. I guess traumatized. It traumatized most of the class, to be honest, because like, if you were near her, like you could smell them, like they had their own odor. So that's been my only encounter with someone with dreadlocks. It's partly to Weeping Willow. You know what, Jen? I was thinking about the U's earlier, wasn't I? Yeah. How about here? I'll place some of these around. Any more tiny little mini parks that could possibly swing in the Asian theme? Maybe one of the tiny parks. Actually, I wouldn't mind one of the little visitor centres here, actually. One of the little souvenir shops, so like you can grab something on your way out. Yeah, maybe just that one. Kind of fits and sits on the corner there, doesn't it? Also adds another little plaza space across from the temple. A friend of mine tried to dread his hair with beeswax. Unfortunately, he had the window open. Does that mean he got swarmed by bees, does it? I'm not sure what the consequence of having the window open is, Memo. Willow is my favourite tree. Yeah, I tend to underutilise them, Jen. I tend not to use the willow anymore. If you have box braids at first, if you don't get them, box braids done, it will lock up. I used to have... If you have box braids at first, if you don't get them, box braids done, it will lock up. Okay. Also, you have to... If you don't start with box braids, then you can't undread. Is that what you're saying there? I'm understanding that correctly. Right, let's go this way. See, this one has a willow tree. It's a yew tree, which I think is different, isn't it? I think, is it a yew actually? What's it called? It is yew, yeah. Yews are different from willows, I think. If my years of cutting wood on RuneScape has paid off for anything, I know the difference between a yew and a willow. Let's bring some jacarandas here against the waterfront. I think we'll start getting some kind of rock retaining walls in. Matrin took me to a park that was full of willows. I was so happy. I wish Matrin would take me to a park full of willows, gent. It's good to know where Matrin's priorities lie. I've been waiting to do that for years. And there you are, swanning around in willow-filled parks. I bet you're very excited seeing the Harry Potter films, weren't you, Jan? With the Weeping Willow. What was the red leaf tree called again? Is a small one, isn't it? Flame tree. Based on the Delonyx regia species. There you go. The umbrella thorn is based on the acacia found in Africa. There you go. Hey, I gotta take you anyway, mate. No, mate, I'm not third wheeling now. You've made your bed. It's fine. You chose Jen over me. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I have to make it over to Norway, Matrim. I look forward to a guided tour around the parks of. Was it Copenhagen? You didn't say Oslo, did you? It was Copenhagen, I think, wasn't it? I'm sure you said Copenhagen. Right, let's bring this all the way down. Thank God for the line tool, right? Could not have the patience to do this in vanilla. Cool. You can't really do this in CS2 vanilla because the collision radius of the rocks is really, really wide. So you can't get them next to each other. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think that's a much nicer, essentially retaining wall there, isn't it, against the river to hold the park up. We got some nice overgrowth through this as well. It was Copenhagen, good. Heard it's beautiful. would love to visit. No, wasn't invited. Wasn't invited. Look at Egg-Sulking. We'll go to Copenhagen by ourselves, so we'll have a better time. I'll meet you at Blackpool Airport. And we'll fly out. What's next for this city? The end of it, pretty much. It's I've got today's build to finish, which I need to finish this afternoon. Which is filling a major space that I won't reveal to you because it'll spoil the episode. But with that out of view, there's not that much left to do now. It'll be more specialist kind of weird projects. Most of it is finished. Yeah, some bits over here as well I want to work on, but few and far between now. The series is quickly wrapping up. Well, you know, I keep saying this, and then I'll do like another 20 episodes. So don't worry about it. Yeah, it'll be a little while yet, I think. I think I'd like some bollards here. Are the bollard please present? Let's hope not. And we'll do... We'll do that. Sure. And then let's get some props here. We'll do some plaza stuff, I think. Some of those statues should be quite welcome. If we can find them. There we go. In French, there is a QI emission. What's a QI emission? Not misreading that, am I? Beats the handsy American any day of the week. Time to beg at the dub, no question. What's the dub? Is that a pub? Or did you mean pub? Maybe. There's a collection of services out here for the tourists. Food trucks, tables. And the foot of the grounds of all these exhibits. Get some fun things in with our vanilla props here. See if we can align some fountains. Get the little moon statue, if I can find it. Moon, there we go. Well, that'd be quite nice here. We love vanilla, don't we all, Star? Don't we all? When do we get a new vanilla CS1 city, aren't we? Yeah, I think so. There still seems plenty of demand for it. Although, yeah, we'll see how that goes on. The CS1 streams are noticeably quieter than CS2. What was it? When was it in Yokeley a couple of weeks ago? We had 261. But Thessia and Rannoch won't really break 150 people. So I think by the time the next city finishes, I think simply the demand for CS1 probably would have disappeared entirely, I imagine. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think at the minute there's still enough demand every week there for me to justify making the episodes for it. But yeah, CS2, just because it's a newer game, is it just gets more views. It just gets more views. But you know, that's another long way. You know, that next project, which is going to be a little bit more modded, I think I'm going to add Move It in. And the intersection marking tool, node controller, and Anarchy, I think will also join the mod set as well. Because just after 6 years of no Move It, I'm ready just to have it, you know what I mean? And since that next series after this will probably be the last CS1 city, I'm just going to move to a much more sensible quality of life mod set without sacrificing my gameplay style. You know, so say for example, when we're streaming the next city, I can just use Move It to reposition these tables. I don't have to keep deleting them and placing them back. But the gameplay and the style will still be the same. Yeah. I won't lose why you watch me, if you like. I know that people like the very sort of I don't know, what would you call it? Sort of vanilla plus quality of life playstyle, I suppose. I know people appreciate that. I'm one of the very few channels that offer it anymore, so I won't lose that, like, don't worry, but just the extra little pain points that go into vanilla after 6 years, I'm just done with them. So we'll add those mods in. Yeah. Which I know will probably piss quite a few people off, to be honest, but it's alright. It's worth it. Over here we'll have the Rannoch Forest come in. We won't be using that fertile land, so I'm not bothered about using it. Cool. Looking much more developed, this area now, isn't it? Much nicer than what we had when we started over here. Do you know what map it will be on yet? Yes, I do. I'm not telling you though. I won't tell you. The patrons will get an episode 0 after the teaser trailer releases. But otherwise, you won't find out until the start of the series. Yeah. I think people will be enjoying CS1 for a really long time. People still play SimCity after all. Yeah, they might do. I think people will still play it, but less and less people are watching it, which is what's important to me, is how many people watch CS1 still. Move it is absolutely vital. Yeah, I've done without it. Like my 3,500 hours in CS1, probably 3,000 of those hours were spent without Move It. Like, I'm used to playing without it. I think that's why a lot of people say, I don't know how you can stomach CS2 without Move It. It's like, I'm kind of used to it after 6 years of, well, 10 years of CS1, you know. But I'm used to playing without Move It. People still watch StarCraft. Yeah, I think it's still always be watched, but you know, Cities isn't as big as StarCraft. People will still always watch Minecraft, but you know, Cities isn't as big as Minecraft. Minecraft is older than CS. But yeah. But new city builders are coming along, so expect to see them on the channel as well. Yeah, I think the launch of CS2 has shown me, especially as a creator, that it's not a good idea to have all my eggs in one basket. So it's good to cover the games on the channel. Which we can do. Like that Town and City game we covered the other day was really nice. That video did really well as well. So I'm super happy with that. The most popular video on the channel isn't even CS anymore. It's Tiny Glade now. So it's good to know that the channel will survive away from CS. But yeah, nothing lasts forever. And 2 took a lot of players away, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right. Celesh's helicopter depot. Which one did you want, Celesh? Do you want medical or police? Or fire? What do we need actually out here? Yeah, let's do fire. Yeah, let's do fire. No basket pun intended. No, it wasn't intended actually, but you can have it. you can have it while it's there. Where are we putting this? Do you want it kind of like alongside the roads here so you can see it on the approach into the tunnel? I think that might be quite cool. We'll probably go to Highway Road here as well, I think. Let's do that one. I know, yes, the new Anno, Harry. Yeah, the new Anno will come. I'm looking forward to being at the start line like that. Like, I got into Anno 1800, and I just felt so lost. I was like, I don't know what any of the DLCs do. I don't know what quality of life mods I need. Like, every other Let's Play I was watching, it was all for DLC. I was just like, I'm too late here. I'll just wait for the next one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being fresh at the line with Anno 117 when it comes out. I think I want to play with how it sits against the road. Might even actually draw the roads off of the highway so it's perfectly aligned. Yeah, I think yeah. I know what I want to do here. We'll come off of this highway here, obviously deleting the road afterwards. But I want the depot facing the road here. Something like that. Which upcoming city builders am I most excited about? I know. City State 3. Junctions. Town and City is looking pretty good. More Man Awards updates is top of my list. I am desperate, absolutely desperate for AI cities to join Man Awards. Man Awards will become a game I put thousands of hours into once there's something to interact with on the map. That really keeps me back from playing a lot of Man Awards at the minute. I look forward to that. Keep going. Love Man Awards. Very good game. If there's a switched on executive somewhere at EA right now, they relaunched the SimCity franchise while CS is faltering. But that's EA in it, so you're probably asking, bit too much of them to be switched on. It's usually monetary driven at EA, isn't it? But yeah, there's a few. There's a few. Transport Fever 3 is out next year as well, isn't it? I've always wanted to play Transport Fever. I think I'll actually really enjoy it because I play CS, so public transport focused. I think I would get on board very well with Transport Fever. I would love to play Workers and Resources for the channel, but I'm still learning that game. And I'm refusing to play on anything but realistic difficulty. And it's very complicated. I'm sure we've probably got a few Workers players in the chat, haven't we? It's very good game. I think for city simulation, it doesn't really get better than Workers and Resources. It's incredible. Like you're sending trucks to the border to pick up steel, and then that steel is used for the construction of buildings. It's just mad, yeah. It's a very cool city simulator, but it's very, very intense. It's an unforgiving game. Big learning curve to it. I like that there. I think that's a very nice accompaniment to the highway, isn't it? Just sat there. You even got a 911 like it is like a rescue building associated with the tunnel as well. I really like that. Very nice. Good idea, Selesh, if you're still here. Thank you for the helicopter by the highway idea. I'm always so surprised how well Tanygoid does everywhere. It's very ASMR-y. That was the overwhelming comment I had on that video. That's at 2.7 million views now, by the way, which is insane. By far and away my most popular video. But yeah, it's very, very ASMR-y, isn't it? So I think that's what people get out of it. There could be a city builder that takes the crown from CS because of the CS2 launch. Yeah, I think the developer of City State 3 has directly acknowledged the failings of CS2 and says he's going to learn from that. That's why I'm so interested in CS, in City State 3. Because he says like there's definitely a market for a sort of cosmetic city painter that just has the quality of live tools that you would expect, such as a cursor and the ability to not have collision, these things that CO are seemingly ignoring for some reason. He's acknowledged that. So if he puts that in and gives people what they want, he'll take a huge chunk of the audience. Huge chunk of it. He's already an established franchise as well, so it's not like he's starting from nothing, you know? I think he's the biggest one to watch. Yeah. Have you thought about jumping onto Planet Coaster 2? I love your style. I've struggled to find anything similar with Planet Coaster content. I don't really get on board with the Planet games. I've tried Planet Zoo as well. Yeah, I don't really enjoy them, to be honest. I've played Planet Coaster 2, I got it when it came out, but yeah, I didn't enjoy it. I hate theme parks, so I don't spend my time building them. Yeah, you mentioned you play RuneScape. I would watch that. Would you really? You'd watch hours of grinding a RuneScape skill, would you? It's I don't play it too often. It's one of those fleeting addictions. That really comes in for me, yeah. Sorry, we are having a posture check and a hydration break here as well, everyone. Yeah, I don't play RuneScape too often. But when I do, I play it for about 25 hours a day. Relentlessly for 2 weeks. Yeah. It got so bad at one point, I was grinding RuneScape on my laptop during my detailing time lapses. It got that bad, yeah. Just had it ticking away at the Miners Guild. That game is crack cocaine. It's crazy. Really love it. Played it since I was a kid. Yeah. I love Manowar. Such a great game it is, isn't it? Yeah, you charge for everything. EA does not make good games. I think they do make some good games. I think it comes down to the studio, doesn't it, rather than the publisher. But EA must have made something good. The Sims is pretty good, to be fair. They make that, don't they? Miss so much. Trying to insulate a summer house on the hottest day of the week wasn't a choice I should have made. Yeah, that sounds awful, Darren. Yeah, you should have stayed and kept watching. City State 3 is the game to watch. Not having grid-based zoning will be a huge game changer. How well did the Town to City video do? Really well. Really well, yeah. We'll see Town and City again. Yeah, we can do some map pins. Yeah, we sure can. So shout out your locations, guys. Whilst I load up my little OE subscribers map pin list. And we'll pin some more locations while we're having a bit of a break here. Yes, Farthest Frontier as well, dude. Goodbye, Eva. Thank you for hanging out. Yes, Farthest Frontier will go to 1.0 this year as well. I'll definitely play that again. Okay. Philadelphia. Let's do that, shall we? Good old Philly cheesesteak. So I was looking at the other day, a chopped cheese, which I know is more associated with New York. But yeah, I had some burgers in. I was looking for something to do with beef mince and made a chopped cheese. It was good. It was very nice. Stavanger, Norway. That one. Stavanger, Rogaland. Is that the one? My generic Scandinavian accent will work. West Java, Indonesia. Very exotic. Very, very far away from me. Indo. West Java Cargo International. We'll tag the cargo airport in that case. There you go. Malaga, Spain. Such a diverse audience, isn't it, everyone? Andalusian friends on the south coast. Chicago, no, we got a couple of Chicagos there. Like Chicago. Very nice. Sorry if you can hear people shouting and screaming outside my apartment. Stuart's just moved to Morecambe. Love Morecambe Waterfront, Stuart. You might see me occasionally down there. I occasionally walk the promenade. Why am I typing in Stuart? You need to type in Morecambe. Idiot. Yeah. You'll have to see me up and down there, Stuart. If you see Coco, say hello, people. Herefordshire. Shout out tag Jude. Wonderful. Cool. Right, that'll do us. We're up to 24 map points now. Already after 2 streams. Oh, quite a concentration on the northeast of America, isn't there? Interesting. Few Scandinavians there too. Wonderful. Little Coco shake there as well. She's up again. She's ready to go. Wonderful. Right, let's bring proceedings to a close here, and then we will have a shorter stream today because I need to get back to recording to finish this episode. So we'll tally up the build, and then we'll call it a day there. Have all this forest through here. I think we got all of our spaces throughout the temple. Maybe to get some more through here as well. Get some more prop work in this space. The chopped cheese started in Harlem, I believe. Doesn't it come from... Is it Bodegas or Bodegas? The little shops? Like a convenience store in Brooklyn, isn't it? Kind of wild how global his audience is. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? The Hague, the Netherlands. We'll definitely get the Hague next time, Nick. Get the Hague next time. Where are they? I'm after plazas and promenades, aren't I? Want my little moon statue. Some through here. Perhaps it's the Park of 3 Moons. Lots of leisurely space to enjoy around here. Bit more landscaping too. Always there when I see a CS1 stream playing. Glad to hear V5. Welcome into the stream, mate. And then we'll add some little well-trodden dirt pathways into this area. Maybe up to the tree where people have walked before, right? Just off the path there. And then we'll send this down. Bit more colour in here as well. Let's get some vanilla trees down too. And then we'll do that same thing again. Just here. I'll say hello to Coco, walk along the front of my dog Asher. What breed is Asher? If I see you, Stuart, I'll say hello. It's a great walk down Morecambe Waterfront, isn't it? You can get a really nice stretch, you know. We do the walk from Haitian Port up to one of the promenades, whichever one you want to stop at, is always a nice one to do it if you just move there, mate. That's a good leg stretcher. You get some nice coastmen as well. You'll also pass by a church that's like 3,000 years old as well. Very cool. Little chapel. Yeah. Get those vanilla trees in there. Put those little bursts of pink and purple across the fields. Try and keep it fairly sporadic if we can. There we go. I know, cocoa beans. Just give me like 2 seconds, Doug. And then we'll go. I promise. I'm not sure if you can hear her whimpering coming down. Can you play CS2 on a laptop? It depends what laptop it is, Ryan. I wouldn't advise it. It would have to be a chunky gaming laptop to run CS2. Need a pretty substantial graphics card in it. I wouldn't advise it if you're thinking about it. But it depends on the laptop, mate. Depends on the laptop. I'm obviously exaggerating for a dramatic effect. Do you want to see it, actually? It's obviously not 3,000 years old, because that would be impossible. But it's old. We can go see it if you want. It's a bit of Google Earth inspo. Right, here we go. So it's from, yeah, that's it, St. Patrick's Chapel, isn't it? Is that the one? Yes, this one. Generally thought to predate the Battle of Hastings in 1066 it was built. Can we get a view here? Wait, one here. Yeah, this is it. Here you go. Well, what's left of it anyway. There you go. That's it. Looks out over the sea. And then there's all these old not war graves, sorry. Like Viking graves into the stone here as well, over the Irish Sea. But yeah, you can walk up here from Haitian Port, which is just around the corner. There's a little information sign there as well that details what it is. And then you can carry on all the way down the waterfront into the town. Very nice walk. Very nice. But yeah, it's very, very old. Very old. Very cool. And I think some... Oh, they can't walk here now, can they? I've made that redundant. Let me upgrade that back to non-parking road. There we go. And then we'll just add some little fences here to mark out like, yeah, this is another entrance. We use park fence. Cool. And then some little park signs too. Great excuse to use them. You heard her? Yeah. She's like, come on, yo, let's go. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Still playing cities? I know, Coco. I'm sorry. She will begin to attack soon if I don't take her out. There we go. Right, people using that entrance now to get into the park. Very tasteful. I really like that. I'm glad I went with the official park in the end. A very nice little area as well to fill a bit of street corner there, isn't it? Happy days indeed. Really cool. I do miss having Mr. Mason's trees in CS2. Maybe they'll do another content creator tree update. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Yeah, I think they will. Oh, Scope plays with a €10 super chat. Another CS1 build is very much appreciated. I haven't done a billboard in a long time. Thanks for all the fun. You haven't, Scope. Absolutely do us another one. We'll always take them off you, mate. Thank you for the assets. And the super chat. Thank you, bud. Appreciate that. Wonderful. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there then, because I need to go walk Coco and then come back and finish recording the episode that I've just started a detailing time-lapse off of, so I'm going to go and stretch my legs and then begin work. But thank you for hanging out, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've been out for a couple of hours there, sorting out some awkward space we've had for a while. Pretty cool additions. Much neater and tidy around here, isn't it, right? Much more developed. With some pretty cool views. Up to... Should we get some nighttime? Some nighttime from here. I can't raise too far up because you'll see the build that I'm just about to start detailing. There we go. That's pretty tasty, isn't it? Happy days indeed. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. Appreciate it. Sorry it's a little bit shorter than I would like, but yeah, I need to get this episode finished today as well, so I've got to carry on playing CS after this. After Coco Walk, at least, anyway. But yeah, thank you for Jen, Harry, Lob, Matrim, Katie B, V5, Jude, Anu, Mongo, Scope, Stuart, all of you. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. Leave me a comment and a like on the stream VOD if you've enjoyed it afterwards. Always helps them do well. And Rannoch will be with you as always Monday morning. And I'll have to explain this build in the detailing time or the detailing review of today, which you guys won't see for another 2 weeks. It was a bit of a confusing week, this one. But it's fine though. A stream in the middle of a detailing time lapse doesn't happen very often. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Sorry, Denisa. Yes, we'll catch you next Saturday. Lovely. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry, just captains at the end. And Maniac as well. Thanks you for joining us, mate. But yeah, I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for hanging out. As always, enjoy the rest of your day.